What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Steven's Nerd Corner, and today we're talking about that new Spidey event. You saw the thumbnail, Spiderverse versus Venomverse. It's 2 issues deep so far, but I'm really loving it, man, so let's get into it. So yeah, getting straight into it, guys, you know the deal. Spoilers ahead for the first 2 issues, but like I said, man, I'm really loving this. Kyle Higgins, he does Radiant Black. I'm not sure who's on art. I really like the art, though. It kind of gives off like a cartoon vibe in a way. Like I almost feel like this could be like an animated show, the way it's drawn. I really like the art style. But yeah, getting straight into it. Main versus Spider-Man. 616 Peter. He gets pulled into this tournament, and they basically at the beginning of the book, right? They get rid of all the excess Spider-Verse stuff, like Madam Web and all that. They're like, nah, none of that matters. We're not worried about that. They get rid of all that at the beginning, which I like, because I haven't read too many of the other Spider-Verse events, but I haven't heard anything good about any of them, like, at all. I've heard nothing about our Spider-Geddon, Edge of the Spider-Verse, this Spider whatever. I heard nothing about the Venomverse stuff. Like, I heard the Venomverse stuff is whack too. So I was a little hesitant going in, but I was like, Kyle Higgins. I like the cover. It's Big Venom. So that's another good thing I like about this, guys. It's Eddie Brock Venom. It's obviously not our 616, but this Venom is Eddie Brock, who is the King in Black. He defeated Null, but he killed Peter Parker, Spider-Man, in his universe, but he feels really bad about it, which I really like. That's like the cool twist, because I was like, it would be cool. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little old-fashioned, I wouldn't mind like plain old Venom villain again, like he's just a bad, like, nah, I'm finna eat you, like. But no, here he's kind of like oh my god, I'm losing it right here. Eddie Brock at the end of his Donny Cates run, like he's the King in Black, it's Eddie Brock Venom. But so it's really cool to see him again, but I love it. Like I said, they get rid of all the excess Spider-Verse whatever. And it's basically a squad, right? It's 2v2. I mean, not 2v2, 5v5. We have 1 for the Spider-Verse, 1 for Venomverse. And it's really cool because, one, they use a lot of cool different just versions of these characters. I mean, you got Spider-Ham. That was, I think, Weapon 12, right? It's like Wolverine, Spider-Man. I mean, it's some cool stuff. The Venom ones are really cool. There's like some Japanese Venom, Oni. I don't even know. So there's some really cool ones, but getting straight out the gate is basically a squad game. They have to reach this pillar or whatever with this amount of time, and whoever wins the game, their verse gets to, like, their connected verse. So basically the Spider-Verse would survive, but the Venomverse would get destroyed, or if Venomverse wins, the Spider-Verse gets destroyed. That's basically our whole plot. Like, well, that's our main goal, I guess, right? Who's gonna win? But like I said earlier, the cool thing with Eddie Brock's Venom is, he's like King Black. He's a good guy. He's not a villain. So he's like, hey, man, like, I'm trying to win. I'm trying to save everyone. He's like, if I know you're the Peter, like, from my universe, you're trying to save everyone too. You're not going to try to win it and kill all these people associated with the Venomverse. You know what I'm saying? Which I really like. It's true. That is Peter. And I like this version of Eddie Brock. But the really cool thing about this so far has been the writing. Like, the beginning, the parallels between Peter and Eddie Brock's Venom, like the lines, like literally they're saying the same things, and like even the letterboxes are, colored half and half. I mean, I don't probably been done before, but I really loved it here. They continue it into the second issue, with not so much with the lines, but there's a lot of parallels between, again, Eddie Brock's Venom and Peter's Venom. Peter's Spider-Man. So again, I really love to see it. But the first issue, like I said, was a lot of fun. Weapon 12 was not messing around. He ends up like burning one of the Venoms, one of the Venom variants. Obviously not Eddie Brock, but he kills him. Like, he burns him alive. It's crazy. Spider-Ham is pissed. Like, and that's one thing. Like, Spider-Ham, especially in issue 2, like, he really takes a prominent role. Like, he's in there, which I like Spider-Ham. I'm like, I always want more Spider-Ham. I feel like we don't get enough of him. They always kind of throw him in a one-off. He's kind of jokey, but I'm like, nah, Spider-Ham is lit. But yeah, so like I said, end of issue 1 basically ends with Weapon 12 Spider-Man killing one of the Venom variants, and then they all basically meeting up at these pillars to go into the next round of the tournament. So they go and they all meet up, whatever. And so at the start of a new tournament, they get added a new character, I guess, or variant, whatever you want to say, to their team. So Spider-Verse gets one more guy. I think it's a Miles variant, and then Venomverse gets one more, and the Venomverse one was so cool. That's another cool thing, which is always easy, I think, for these verse events type things, because it's just the variants in themselves, if they're done right, are really cool, man. Like I said, in the second issue, the Venomverse one, they had a Wakandan queen from some universe who's also Venom. Like, what? And she's the Black Panther in her verse. So we had a female Black Panther Venom who's running Wakanda. She don't play no games. If she shows up, like, yo, if you don't get it together, we're gonna start catching bodies. Like, what? She was awesome. Her and Eddie go at it, because Eddie, he's like, yo, we're not killing nobody. That's not how we do things. That's how Noel did things. It was funny because she made a joke. He's like, yeah, we fight to protect people, and she hits him back, and she's like, typical American, which I thought was funny. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool interactions, a lot of infighting. And it's really good to see, like, when we leave off issue 2, basically, they kind of leave Weapon 12 behind there. We still really haven't got any real progress towards, like, finding a solution how we're going to save both universes. Like, it's kind of just been a lot of fighting, which I don't mind. I love it. It's supposed to go for 5 issues, so I don't have a problem. I think we still got plenty. We got 3 more issues. I'm not sure if it's an ongoing. I think it's an event, so 5 issues probably about right. Maybe 6. Yeah, the event has been really good, but I'm really hoping maybe since we have 616 Peter, we actually get some maybe ramifications or something that happens, possibly to our main line. I mean, I want there to be some type of stakes. I mean, we know the verses aren't going nowhere where they're gonna get rid of Venom. They're not gonna get rid of Spider-Man or Venom or none of that. So, I mean, maybe Noel's coming back. See, that'd be cool if they could set this up. Maybe lead it into Noel coming back somehow. That would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that would be really cool, because he's supposed to come back in like Venom 250, I think it is. So we'll see. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, check this book out. It's a dope book. All types of cool. I mean, you got like a female Agent Venom. You know what I'm saying? You got like a Miles Prowler. They did some really cool stuff with the variants here. So it's a really fun book, guys. That's all I can really say. Honestly, check it out. Kyle Higgins, if you like Radiant Black, he's a little funny, witty. I've really been enjoying this book. I could get a chuckle out of it. Plus, the story I find is really interesting, So, all my Spidey fans, Venom fans, check this out. I mean, it's Eddie Brock Venom, 616 Peter. You can't really go wrong with that. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Spiderverse, Venomverse. It's a lot of verse. But yeah, guys, fun read. Funny. Action-packed. A lot of cool characters. Just go check this one out. Go support this one, guys. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all know the deal. Check the description, Encore, Twitter, all that. I'm there. Any social media, I'm probably there. And yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.